What's going on, guys? DLegend here. Today we are doing a PSA submission video. I haven't had a whole bunch of time recently, but I finally got all these cards in and figured I would do a quick little recording for everything. And yeah, let's just dive right into it. We have 94 cards. We're doing the bulk TCG submission level, so it should take about a month to get these cards back. Quite a few submitters this time and quite a few awesome cards. So let me just turn on some lights here just to get some better lighting. All right, so we have an Espeon ×3. These are from the Fusion Strike 3-pack blister bundles, I believe. All these cards at the beginning here are for Disco games, by the way, or Disco TCG. We have an Espeon V Altart ×2. Awesome cards. These are pretty high-end cards. I mean, they're not like crazy high-end, but they're not cheap. So these are probably 200. These are probably a bit more than 250. Maybe $300 in PSA 10. I actually have no idea, but yeah, very clean cards. Probably 10s for both of these. This one's ever so slightly off-centered right to left compared to the other ones, so we'll see how it goes. Next up, a Pikachu level 12. I cannot remember. This is like a Heart Gold Soul Silver Pikachu, and it's a secret rare, of course, so cool card. There's a touch of something going on somewhere, I feel like. I'll check out some of the cards more in depth than others because some of them are a bit more pricey in PSA 10, of course. So this one looks pretty darn good, actually. Yeah, like the corners aren't perfect per se. There's like a touch of whitening there, maybe a touch of edge wear somewhere as well, but like it should get a PSA 9, I'd say. Be pretty surprised if it didn't. Very nice card though. And of course this looks like the base set artwork, but like animated a bit better, slightly different. And of course they had a slightly different version of that in Celebrations recent-ishly. But yeah. Next up, a Pikachu V. This is the Trainer Gallery version from Lost Origin. Love the texture on it, looks really cool. A Starmie V also has texture. I didn't realize that these Trainer Gallery cards, the Vs, had texture on them, because obviously I know the regular Trainer Galleries do not have texture, but the Vs and the VMAXs do, so pretty cool. Next up, a Chansey Secret Illustration Rare, or Special Illustration Rare, sorry. And then lastly, a Power Tool Dragon. This one we'll take a quick look at as well because Ghost Rare and Power Tool Dragon. I have a PSA 9 of this myself. I pulled my own copy back in the day and graded it, got a PSA 9 because of the centering, and this one looks similar to my copy in terms of centering. I think mine's slightly better centered than this, but they're very hard to find well centered, so it's like a little something right there. Don't think we can get that off, so I think we'll leave it so we don't scratch the hollow. But yeah, card looks pretty good. I don't see any major issues with it other than maybe a touch of something going on at the top edge there and centering off. So probably a 9, maybe an 8. See how it goes. All right, let's keep going. Got quite a few more cards to go through. So next up, I think we have, I can't remember if it's my cards next or these ones next in the submission order, but we have some really cool cards from a local guy. His name's Hassan, and let's just dive right into it. So he gave me these cards in these sleeves without top loaders, without card savers, so I was a little sketched out. I was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna damage these things, but this one looks really nice. That's a really cool 3D effect. Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode. Card looks pretty good. Like print line across the back there. So would not be surprised if this got a 9, but it does look pretty solid. So I'm gonna sleeve, you know what, I'm gonna switch these into penny sleeves as we go, just so I have one less thing to kind of do after this video. And also just to prevent them from being damaged. So awesome card. I will do that later. Next up, a Gilgarth from Gladiator's Assault. This is one of the big 5 secrets from Gladiator's Assault. Awesome looking secret rare. And yeah, I mean, looks pretty darn good. There's like a little tiny touch of scuffing or something going on there. I think we got most of it off. And then just the back, you can't really tell in this specific lighting, but there are some scratches on it across the back here. Whether they're factory or not, you really can't tell in this lighting, so hopefully PSA can't tell either. But yeah, you can kind of see them there. Some scratches just along the back, vertically. And then centering is slightly off bottom to top, so I would not be surprised if this one got like a 9, but cool card. Phoenix Enforcer. Enemy of Justice. North American print ulti, so somewhat flat of a stamp, but I mean of the ulti effect, but pretty cool card nonetheless. And I think same thing for this one. There's just some scratching down the back. It's hard to tell in this lighting. I don't know if I can show you guys properly with this setup that I have here. But there is definitely some scratching right here. Yeah, there you go. So that's not a perfect specimen either. And it is, oh, also there's some stuff going on the front here. So yeah, some just weird like edge wear or the way it was cut or something. So this one's probably gonna get an 8 or 9, I would say. We'll see how it goes. Divine Neos, another banger. This one's first ed from Crossroads of Chaos. Obviously, Crossroads of Chaos can only come first edition from tins in the Turbo Warrior tin and the Black Rose Dragon tin. So pretty hard to find this card in first edition. Same thing, there's just some scratching down the back there. I'm not sure what caused all these, but that's just the way the cards were. This one, I would not be surprised if it got a 9, but potential 10 if they overlook the scratches a little bit here. So we'll see on that one. And then last one, it's a Pokemon card. This is a Tropical Wind 2008 Worlds promo card. It's a staff promo too, so that's pretty cool. It does look really good from inside the sleeve, but as you take a look at the card, there is a very clear indent there, and he is fully aware of that. There's a little bit of something going on at the top there too. So we'll see how this one does. You can clearly see that indent, so I'm assuming this is gonna get like a PSA 5 or 6, and he is fully aware and okay with it. So we'll go ahead and submit that for him. Some of these might get upcharges, by the way. Who knows? We'll have to see. Next up, we have my cards. So we have Protecting Spirit Logith. I'm going to take a little longer with these ones because they are my personal collection cards for the most part. Some I will be selling, but very nice Starlight Rare. Off-center right to left. And I'm hoping that's still within 60/40. It looks a little off for me, but we'll see. This would be right for my personal collection anyways. So I would be okay with this if it got a 9. Clean card. Got this from Japan of all places, but yeah, very clean card. Should be a 9 or a 10, hopefully a 10, but wouldn't be surprised for the 9. Slip that in there for now. All right, next up we have 2 copies of Magicians of Bonds and Unity. We'll take a quick look at both of them here, just in case PSA decides to potentially damage these or anything like that. I just like to have just a quick little video for them. And I'd love to do this for every single card, of course, in the submission. It's just that that takes a significant chunk of time, and I don't have all the time in the world right now. There's too much going on in life, guys. Too much going on in life. Very nice cards from LEDE, of course. So I'm hoping one of these gems, at least, so that I can keep it for my personal collection. Very nice cards. This is the last one I need for my set. And then I also have 1 extra copy of the Phantom Nightmare version. So if you guys are in the market for one of them, hit me up. I like all of them. I personally think the Dune copy looks the best because it's the original, but I literally like all of them. They're all really cool looking and very unique. What else we got? We have Cyber and Dragon, Asian English. I got this from Japan as well recently. Was a little warped when I got it. Did put it between some books and just flattened it out a little bit. Very cool card, ultra rare from Cybernetic Revolution. And again, Asian English, so very high quality card. Very cool card. Don't really see these that often. You see the Ultimate Rares more often, in all honesty. And I'm not saying that these are more rare than the Ultimate Rares, but this is a pretty cool card to have in my collection as well. So I figured I'd submit it. Should get a new penny sleeve for it as well here. Yeah, this one, I'm hoping for a 10 as well for this one. All right, what else? We have a Black Rose Dragon, Ultimate Rare. From the Japanese OCG too. Beautiful card. Literally nothing wrong with it other than the heavy ulti stamp at the back here. You can tell. Hopefully they don't ding for that because it's literally from the factory like this and it's just part of the printing process. It's not like they can just gently stamp it on, right? I've had some graders really ding you for this. They might give this like a 6. And some graders are like, yeah, you know what? That's totally normal for Ultimate Rares and gives you a 10 if there's nothing else wrong with the card. So this one's pretty solid. I would hope for a 10. Next up, a Red Eyes Black Dragon. This one's mine as well from Rush Duels. Picked up a couple of these recently and figured I'd grade one more. I didn't realize I had a PSA 10 already. I thought I had a 9 for some reason, so I did open the seal of this and figured I'd just send it in. So we'll do that here. Next up, we have a Gyarados VMAX. This one is clean. Like they're both, I have two actually, and they're both extremely clean. I pulled this is like one of my best pulls from opening a whole bunch of Bolton V collection boxes when they were on sale at Walmart. And you guys haven't seen that video yet, but I will try to put that together at some point in time. I just have not had time. But I think I opened like 20 different boxes just to get 20 Evolving Skies back. No, maybe not 20, maybe 12 or something like that. And got 12 Evolving Skies packs. This was the best pull by far. And we also did hit an alt art, but yeah, this is an awesome card. I really like it. Same with this one, very nice as well. This one's slightly more off-centered, right to left, but I think it's still within 60-40, so we'll grade both of them and hope for the best. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! From Sword and Shield era is high quality, so not really gonna be happy with anything beyond a 10. Next up, we have a Rayquaza VMAX from the Silver Tempest Trainer Gallery. Love the texture on this one as well. I do love Rayquaza in general. So I figured I'd have to pick this one up and submit it. Got this one on a pretty good price, and right before the these cards and like a bunch of different alt arts and stuff started spiking in price. So happy with that for sure. All right, next up, I think we have these ones next. I can't quite remember. These ones are going to be on. These ones are for HUGEEE TCG. So he's got he loves Miotoko, and he decided to literally fold this one in half ×2, like hot dog ways, and then hamburger style, just to try to get a PSA 1 of this card. And that is dedication, because this card was probably minty before that. And I think he caused all the edgeware and everything too. I'm not even gonna go crazy on that one. Another Miotoko. I think this one is more 10 worthy. Yeah, don't see anything wrong with it per se. Might get a 9, might get a 10. Hard to say immediately. Shiba Warrior Taro from the Shonen Jump Anniversary pack. We have another Miotoko, but this one is this one's in Japanese and it's volume 1. He's also aiming for PSA 1 on this one, so we'll see how that goes. This one is a Flaming Cerberus, and this one is very off-centered, right to left, right. But it doesn't have an Eye of Anubis stamp, so you can tell that that means it is a very old card. This one has an Eye of Anubis stamp, but it does have that volume or series 2 layout, I believe. So this is series 1. This is where it's a tiny little effect box or text box, and then this one is series 2 layout. and they started adding the Eye of Anubis stamps for this, but this is Trial of Hell. Next up, an Eevee promo, or card. This is not the promo version, but this is, or sorry, did I say Eevee? This is Umbreon, of course, and this was a GameStop promo, or EB Games, back in when it was still EB Games in Canada. This is the Nagara Eevee promo. This is part of a massive set with all the evolutions, but pretty cool card. I do like this super simplistic artwork, and it's literally just a sketch kind of a thing. Pretty cool card. Should get a 10. It's very, I mean, they're pretty clean cards. An offer you cannot refuse from Magic the Gathering. I know nothing about Magic, so I had to figure out what this was. But it is a promo card from, I think, like basically like OTS store play. And then lastly, we have a Son Goku, Japanese. This is a promo of some sort. And yeah, he has them in these sleeves or outside. Try to show them off a bit more, but I'll have to switch them out into some card savers soon anyway, so I'll stick them into some penny sleeves in a bit. All right, next up we have a whole bunch of cards for my boy Ben. Shout out to Ben for grading through me, of course, and shout out to everybody here for trusting me with their shiny cardboard. It's really cool to see all this variety of cards. This is a Trico, and it has a bit of a swirl there. This is from a starter deck. I think it was from Ruby and Sapphire starter deck, so pretty cool. Next up, we have a Totodile from, do you see that McDonald's stamp there? That's pretty cool because it is a McDonald's promo from Japan. From way back in the day, it's an e-reader card, and obviously pretty cool technology for back then. There's a little something going on in this corner here. And that's kind of all I see right now. Maybe a touch on the edge here as well, but yeah, cool card. Next up, a Charizard EX, Mega Charizard EX from the Japanese version of this game. Cool card. I'm not going to show this one off because there are other bangers like this Typhlosion that I really actually want to pick up off of Ben. So Ben, if you are potentially selling this or trading this in the future, once it's graded, let me know. I love Typhlosion as well. It's probably my favorite Pokemon. Little something going on in the corner there and there. And then maybe the touch at the bottom there too, so. As well as there, so. I mean, not a perfect specimen, but pretty solid for such an old card. I'm assuming like a 9 on this. Maybe an 8. We'll see how the grader's feeling. Gotta take it. Also, by the way, guys, do not put pull tabs on your cards. It just makes my life way harder these days because I cannot submit them with pull tabs on them. Also, if you're going to be sending them to me in top loaders, do not tape the top loaders because it takes me super long to get them out of the top loaders that way as well. So just a heads up for the future. Absol, also a prime card. Just a little something going on there and there. And in this corner, so maybe another 8 or 9. Electivire V. This one, or sorry, did I say V? I mean level X. I know Ben really likes this card here, so hoping that this one does really well for him. Something up there, and there, and there. Just little tiny touches of whitening everywhere, really. Well centered though, so maybe a 9 if we're lucky. We'll see how it goes. All right, Garantina EX. Let me just take a sip of water. Garantina EX. Pretty cool card. 2015 it says. I can't remember which set this was from. I really did the submission form, but I cannot remember off the top of my head. Quick little look at this one as well because it's a pretty cool card. I don't see much wrong with it, honestly. Like this bottom corner has little something going on there. Like just a touch of whitening. And then maybe this one as well. So yeah, a lot of these will probably get some anywhere between 8s and 10 for a lot of these older, slightly older Pokemon. Umbreon EX, also a very cool card. I need to get rid of this pull tab, so I'm going to do that before I forget. Also, guys, if you guys are sending me cards, don't send them to me in top loaders or card saver or in card savers that have like stickers on them, because I won't be able to submit them to PSA that way. I'll be able to try to take this specific sticker off and then submit it, but some of the other stickers or tape or writing on top loaders and card savers, I will not be able to use those. So I will have to charge you my little tiny fee for card savers that way, but I hope that scratches on the sleeve or the card saver, because that looks low-key like it's on the Umbreon. No, it's on the card saver, so we're good. But yeah, okay, this one looks good. It's Hidden Fates Umbreon GX. Not going to take a super clean look at it, but there you go. Also, yeah, see, there's writing on this one. I'm going to have to get rid of it. But it looks clean. It's a Sun and Moon Era card, so very clean card. Same with this Umbreon VMAX. Can't use this card saver. A Leafeon GX as well. This one looks slightly off-centered, bottom to top, but maybe it'll pass for a 10. Venusaur and Snivy GX, tag team card, cool card. I love all the tag team cards. They look really cool, especially the way that they portray them in the artwork. Palkia V. This one's awesome. This one's slightly off-centered left to right, so maybe a 9 just off that, but if the rest of the card's clean, it should potentially even get a 10. Koraidon EX, never seen this card in my life. I know it's a newer Pokemon from Scarlet Violet, but interesting foiling pattern there too, with like the stars in the background, and then obviously the diagonal rays of hollow. Cool card. Scizor EX, pretty well centered, pretty solid overall. I mean, it's slightly off top to bottom and then left to right as well, but yeah, pretty cool card. Gengar EX, this is a cool card. Lots of Gengar collectors out there, of course. So this one, and then same with this, has some writing on the card savers, so unfortunate. Same with this one, can't even really. Skeledirge EX, SIR though, pretty cool. And then an Iron Boulder EX, SIR. These are pretty new cards. I think they're from Temporal Forces. Next up we have a Venusaur from Classic Collection, from Generation or Celebrations. And we have 2 copies of this Morty's Conviction. And like I said, any tape like this, I cannot submit them in, and same with writing. So just a heads up for you, I will have to get some new card savers there. But yeah, that's that for Ben. And then we have, I think, 2 last stacks of cards. So 2 more submitters. And this stack here is for Team Levi. So he's got 2 copies of Thunder Giant Mattel promo. Awesome to see. There's some edge wear and whitening in the tops, in the corners here and on the bottoms here. So I don't know what grade he's expecting on these, but definitely some whitening in a couple spots actually. So these might get like 7s or 8s. We'll see. We have a Transcendent Wings, Spanish. And again, little touches of whitening on the corners. Like, these are Euro corners, you're not gonna be perfect. It's really hard to find them perfect shape. Wing Karibo level 10. This one looks decent. Let's take a quick peek at this one. I also had to cut through all the tape on these ones, by the way, Team Levi. So just a heads up. Also, I need to switch out all these. They need to be in one single sleeve, or else PSA might refuse to grade them. So very annoying, but it's a very real problem. This one has like NA foiling, even though it probably has European cardstock. So I love this card though. It's a really good looking card. And I'm really excited to try to pick up that level 6 Wing Karibo. This one has like a bend. So honestly, will not be surprised if this one gets a 5 or 6. Top corner there has a bend. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what grade he was hoping for a lot of these. I know he sent some cards off to Beckett too recently, to try to get some black labels. So I'm assuming those cards were really clean and these ones are not so much, but I'm sure he just wanted to slab these up. Same with this though, like one sleeve, please guys, saves me a lot of time and just helps me out down the road. So next up we have a Bubble Man. Let's take a quick peek at this one as well. But yeah, NA foiling, very interesting for Spanish cards. And yeah, it looks good though. I mean, I still appreciate NA foiling on alties and stuff. So yeah, looks awesome. Just stick that in a penny sleeve, because that is what PSA prefers as well. Maybe a 9 on this one. Just centering is slightly off, top to bottom. Where'd that card saver go? Top loader, goodness. Can't talk anymore. We have a Volcanic Doomfire. I recently graded one a PSA 10. This one has a lot of corner issues there and there. And then this one's Spanish, of course, too, so cool card though. Sapphire Pegasus, Force the Breaker as well. This one's corners are pretty mangled as well. Just if you look, wow. I gotta switch that sleeve out. But yeah, this one has like bad corners too, so they're not, oh wow. So yeah, a lot of these will not get perfect grades by any means, and I'm sure he knows that as well, so. I'm sure he just wants some of these slabbed up. Hero Flash. Let's not take a quick look at this one. This one's like one of the lower end cards, I'd say. Horus level 4. I'm sure this one has some issues as well, but cool card nonetheless from Soul of the Duelist in Spanish. Future Fusion. Also a double or triple sleeved right now, so I gotta get rid of that. We have a Poison Rose from Premium Pack 2. Love this card. This is the secret version too, and they normally come in super rare in that set, so this is one of the Easter egg versions of it. Some definite whitening there. Power Tool Dragon, let's take a look at this one because we took a look at the other Power Tool, and this one deserves to be looked at as well. Very nice foiling. It looks so shifted down, like down to the left, if that makes sense. Like the card is not, like the actual picture of the card does not look centered. It's strange. I wonder if I have, let's see if I can find the other copy here. Like you see how this one's like, you can see both his feet. This one you can only see his right foot down there, and you can't, his left foot is completely cut off. So that's a bit of a misprint, I would say. And I don't know if every Spanish copy is like this, or if there's just certain copies like this, but that looks very interesting to see him all the way shifted down. But yeah, it's strange that they cut off his foot in this picture. And obviously not in perfect condition either. There's some corner issues going on. The foiling looks great though. And then the back has a lot of little dimples going on there. And you can see right there. It's like some fingerprints or something, like fingernail marks or something. So this might get like a 7 or a 6 or something to that effect. Another First Ed Crossroads of Chaos card. This one's in Spanish. Neos Wiseman. Slightly off-centered. Probably has a few corner issues. Air Hummingbird. This one looks awesome. Love that alti texturing and the colors on it. Looks great. Tiny bit of edge wear everywhere. You can kind of just tell. Another Draco Quist. He's graded 2 of these before with me. I think they both got 9s or 8s. I can't remember. Just some issues there and everywhere, really. Majestic Red. Looks pretty good, just off first glance. Necro Gardna from Tactical Evolution, First Ed. Spanish. Guerrero. All right, we have a card from another Crossroads of Chaos First Ed Secret. This is like Telepathic Magician or something like that. I can't remember. Nice secret though. This card is Avaricia. Avaricia? Avaricia. It's greed. That's the translation for the English version. Clear Vice Dragon. It's an English card in his submission. I was surprised I had to change it from Spanish to English. Let's just take a look at this one because it is a pretty big card in PSA 10. Because Crossroads or Stardust Overdrive is a set that only came in First Ed packs in tins for the most part. There were some First Ed booster boxes in Europe, but awesome looking card. It actually looks pretty darn clean too, so I don't know. Maybe this one has a good shot at a 10. Oh, never mind. You guys see that edge right there? There's a little something going on right by my thumb there, so maybe an 8 or 9, who knows? But Clear Vice Dragon, pretty cool. And lastly, we have a Tempest Magician from Crossroads Acast first ed as well. I probably could have put them all together, all the Crossroads Acast cards together, but did not like have these cards in hand when I first entered them into the submission form. So it is what it is, guys. All right, we have 3 of these. So we have this next little stack here for Captain Meowika. Taylor, shout out to you, Taylor, for shipping all these and Team Levi's cards to me, by the way. So these are the quarter century rare versions of these cards from the Duelist, I can't remember what it's called, the quarter century collection, Unity and Pride. So I think these 2 came from the Obelisk box, or the Kaiba box, which was the Pride side, and then Slifer came from Unity, and they are awesome looking cards. These are OCG versions. I can't remember which one had a bit of an issue on it. Taylor, you'll have to remind me, but he said that one of them had a little thing that he didn't notice until after the fact, but the rest should be pretty clean and pretty solid 10 candidates. Another set, but this is the new Ultimate Rare printing of them, and they look fantastic. Let me just take a look at Slifer real quick, because you guys haven't really seen Ultimate Rare like this up to this point, really. Love the texturing on these. They look amazing. Like, they did them really well. And this is like the new Prismatic Ultimate Rare, obviously, right? Where we've seen in Rarity Collection 1 and 2 so far. But they look really good. Very nice cards. Hoping he gets a set of 10s for both of them, but I know the quarter century version has a couple issues. So next up, a banger, an absolute banger. Dark Magician Girl DMG from the MFC artwork. Same thing from the Unity box. Very nice card. Very clean Japanese OCG cardstock, so very high quality. And the Ultimate Rare version. I actually have never seen this one in person either, so I'm going to take a quick look while we have it in hand. Oh, it's like stuck to the sleeve because it's like the texturing. Look at that, guys. Look at those hearts in the back. That looks great. Big fan of this rarity. And good taste, Taylor, for picking out these Ultimate Rares as well as the quarter century versions of these cards. Really awesome to see. Next up, we have a full set of Exodia, and they're submitted in this exact order because that's just the way they're numbered in the set. So 302, 303, all the way to 306. So awesome to see these cards. They're gonna look really good together as a full set, and I'm hoping that they get a good like consecutive numbered set, but obviously also just consecutive grades. If they're all 9s or 10s, that'd be amazing. But we'll see how they go. We'll see how they go. I'm not sure how he came to pick these up, but yeah. Next up, another card for Taylor's friend. This is a Weiss Schwarz card. It is a signature card, so you can see that gold signature there. It means it's like the first edition or first print of this specific series. This is from Azur Lane, and I cannot remember what it's called, but very clean cards in terms of like print quality and stuff, so it should get a PSA 10. And then next up, we just have 2 more cards for myself here. I forgot to put these in my submission earlier on, and I took a look at them, and I was like, you know what? It's probably worth submitting these. They're about $150, $200 in PSA 10, so we'll see how it goes. But Pikachu and Zekrom from the tin, ever so slightly off-center, bottom to top, but the rest of the card is very nice. So I have no real concerns that this does not get a 10 other than that centering, so we'll see how that goes. And then this one is also a pretty pricey card. I think it's like around 150. I mean, it's not very pricey, but it's 150 bucks in PSA 10, so figured I'd grade it and probably sell it at some point. Doesn't have too much personal meaning to me, so yeah, very clean card though. Of course, Sun and Moon era, no whitening, nothing. Extremely clean. And this one's actually very well centered too, so this one I expect a 10. The Pikachu, I would be very happy with a 10, but would also potentially get the 9. So we'll see how it goes. That's the end of this mission, guys. We also have one last card here. Actually, I have one other card before this one that we might be submitting in this submission or in a different submission, but we'll see how it goes. And I will take a separate video of that because I don't have it in hand yet, but my brother pulled a really cool card from One Piece recently, and I'll show you guys that in a bit at the end of this video. But this one is just the last card And this is for Keysby. He's submitting a Dan Yami Green signed Dark Magician from LOB. This is original print LOB. Unlimited, of course, but original print. Looks awesome. Very beat up card though. So it's not gonna go for the auto grade and card grade. He's just gonna go for the auto grade, because this would probably get a PSA 3 or 4, in my humble opinion, like for card grade wise. So he's gonna go for the auto grade. Hopefully he gets a Gem and 10 auto. And then it'll be shipped directly back to him. So we will not know. I mean, we'll know because I'll have it, but I won't be able to update you guys through a video. I'll let you guys know maybe just verbally in my PSA return video for the rest of these. But yeah, this is gonna go off in a separate submission because it does not fit under the same submission criteria as just grading cards. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it so far. We have one last card and then I will end the video. Peace. All right, guys, last card in this submission, and it is a banger. So we have a Boa Hancock from OP07, 500 years into the future. This is the manga art rare, and it is a beautiful specimen. So my brother pulled this out of a single box of OP07, which is insane. Very hard to pull and very good condition. So just wanted to showcase this real quick, capture that condition before we send it off to PSA. As you can see, there's literally nothing wrong with it. Very nice shape, very well centered too for a one-piece card. Maybe ever so slightly off right to left, which is probably why we won't go with Beckett instead of PSA. But I'd say it is a potential black label contender. But personally, I'm just not a huge fan of Beckett. I think they are very nuanced in terms of giving out black labels, and you kind of have to have connections to be able to do that. So yeah, this card is minty. A little bit of just my fingerprint there, but I'll get that off in a sec here. Yeah, card is minty condition, as you can see here. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. So yeah, excited to submit this for my brother as well. It's about a $600, $700 US dollar card right now, raw. And for PSA 10 sales, I've seen one for just over 1,500 US dollars, and then one for just under 1,900 US dollars. So that's pretty crazy for the English versions. The Japanese versions of these are going for anywhere between 900 to like 1,500 US dollars. So pretty big range. I'd say on average like around 1,200, 1,100 kind of a thing. So yeah, very cool card though. Very happy to hold this in my hand. And I don't really know anything about One Piece, so I'm just gonna have to take people's word for it, but this is apparently a top tier waifu. So yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching this entire clip if you haven't. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know your favorite card in the comments below. Peace.